Hypothetically, wouldn't it have been better if the ancient Indians pushed beyond Gandhar into Persia and controlled the Zagros Mountains? Given that Persia was our sister civilization, daughter civilization, whatever you want to call it, and culturally not very different from us, and stopping invasions of the Zagros Mountains would have been easier instead of the Khyber Pass. The Arabs were able to reach India so rapidly because the Persians failed to defend the Zagros Mountains. Okay, so what's the deal? What should India have done? First of all, let's ask ourselves where are the so-called these Zagros mountains? So let's take a look at the map and let's determine where these mountains lie. So let's just ask the map. Zagros mountain range. There we go. So it's going to be in western Iran. There we have it. As you can see, it's highlighted over here. It's in western Persia, western Iran, the Zagros mountains. And when the Arabs invaded Persia, they came through this region. They did not come by sea. They came by land and they had to cross the Zagros mountains. And they were able to do that successfully. And they conquered Iran and Persia and transformed it forever. Right? Persia has never come back from what happened. It lost its sovereignty, and the sovereignty never really returned culturally and civilizationally. The culture and civilization were erased. That's what happened. So, would it not have been better for India to have pushed beyond Gandhar and taken over Persia and controlled the Zagros Mountains? Right? Did it make sense for us to do that? So, two things. First of all, like I discussed in the previous question, India and Persia had an understanding. We won't fight each other. I won't invade you, you won't invade me, and that's it. We are the same people. We don't fight each other. We'll fight the Mlecchas, the barbarians, the Greeks, and the Romans, and the Egyptians, and the Mesopotamians, and all. That's what the Persians did. And our people were happy in the subcontinent. Gigantic landmass. We don't need to go beyond that. So why fight our own people? That sort of thing. So India and Persia never fought each other in any significant way beyond minor border disagreements or whatever, which never led to a war, a full-scale war. Maybe some small clashes here and there. That is natural even among Indian kingdoms. It is to happen, but never a full-scale invasion. So that's why India never invaded Persia. Secondly, how would the rulers of India know that something has emerged out of Arabia that would very rapidly take over Persia and then attempt to invade India? See, when the Mongols suddenly erupted from Mongolia under Sri Chinggis Khan, the Chinese initially did not take them seriously. Why? Because nothing had ever come out of Mongolia that had any serious consequences. Mongolia was forever a land of small tribes that constantly fought each other. So the Chinese never imagined that the Mongols would suddenly unite under one person and they would become the greatest conquering force of all time until that time. Similarly, the Arabs were pretty similar. They came from a land where almost nothing was there, nothing grew, a desert land, and they themselves were these small tribes. They were a polytheistic culture, and those days you did not have social media and TV and journalists and whatever, so you did not know what was happening in Arabia. And let's say you find out that this new religion that's come from Arabia, you won't take it seriously, right? And the Arabs had never conquered anybody until this point in time. So the Indians would never have imagined, our ancestors would never have imagined that something monumental would emerge out of Arabia and very rapidly conquer Persia and then start knocking at our doorstep and trying to conquer us. So multiple reasons why India did not do this. Firstly, we had this understanding we will never fight each other, India and Persia. Secondly, nobody had any idea of something monumental that's going to erupt out of Arabia and conquer Persia and then eventually seek to conquer India. These are the reasons why none of these things happened.